Hi, welcome to Foodie. Today we're going to make some international meatballs. We're going to mix a bunch of different spices from different countries, and we're going to have some nice spicy meatballs with a nice spicy paste sauce. And we're going to serve it over some smashed white beans. And it sounds like it's a really good recipe. So usually when I make meatballs, I'll start with like a half a pound of ground beef and then mix it with a half a pound of breakfast sausage. But today, because of all these spices in here, I don't want the sausage to overpower anything. So I'm gonna start with, or I'm gonna use, I have a half a pound of ground beef and a half a pound of ground lamb. You can do any combination. You can make it all lamb, all ground beef, or ground pork. And to my ground meat, I'm going to add, what I had is a pretty large shallot, and I finely chopped it and I split it evenly into 2 bowls. So we're going to take half of that shallot, put it into our ground meat mixture, and then also I had 3 pretty good sized cloves of garlic that I finely chopped, and we're going to take half of that. And then my favorite Indian spice, 1 teaspoon of garam masala. So here's the Indian portion of it. And then also I want to add in 1/4 of a teaspoon of this, it's an African spice, berbere. And it's just a nice heat, some pepper in there, and it's got some cumin and just a really nice flavor. And then I have about a half a cup of finely chopped fresh cilantro. So you can see this thing is packed with lots of flavor. Oh, let's go ahead and put in some salt and pepper also. Now we'll mix these up. All right, so now we'll make some medium-sized meatballs with these. I guess the size doesn't matter that much as long as they're consistent, which I have troubles doing. All right, so I got about 12 nice sized meatballs. We'll go to the stovetop here. I've got a nice sized frying pan. I put in a tablespoon of coconut oil. You don't have to go out to the store to buy the coconut oil. I don't know that it makes that much difference. So if you just have olive oil, that would be fine. Later on in the sauce, we're going to put in some coconut milk, so that's really where the coconut flavor is going to come from. Okay, our oil's melted. We can put in our meatballs. And basically what we're going to do here is just brown the meatball. Then we'll let them finish cooking in the sauce. So we'll brown these for 7 or 8 minutes. And we'll turn them once in a while so we get all sides of the bowl brown. All right, so these have been cooking. I've turned them 3 or 4 times so they're browned on all sides. I got a slotted spoon. I'm going to remove them from the pan. I'm going to pour out some of this grease, and then I'll leave some of it in there to make our sauce. All right, so I left, a tablespoon in there. For our sauce, I'm going to take the remaining shallots, the remaining garlic, We're just going to saute this till the garlic gets nice and soft. So I'm going to put in about a quarter cup of this tamarind paste. That's the red curry paste. This tamarind paste is a little bit sour, so I'm going to heat it up a little bit. This red curry paste is pretty hot, so maybe I'll put in a half a tablespoon. So now I'm going to add a 13.5-ounce can of unsweetened coconut milk. It'll tone down that red curry paste a little bit. Add some salt and pepper to taste. Maybe a half a teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of pepper. We'll let this cook down for a few minutes just to, maybe it'll thicken up a little bit. Okay, we'll simmer this for 6 or 7 minutes, just get that a little bit thickened. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. So now what we'll do, we'll put our meatballs back in the sauce. So I want to make sure these are all covered good. So I'm going to turn the heat up on these a little bit just so that it simmers. And we'll finish cooking the meatballs. We'll cover, bring up to a simmer, and we'll cook for about another 10 minutes to make sure these meatballs are fully cooked. Okay, this 10 minutes is up, so we'll cook these a final 10 minutes, simmer with the lid off. And in the meantime, I've got another tablespoon of coconut oil in a smaller pot. I've got 1 can of some white beans that I've drained. I'm just using navy beans. We'll put this on a medium flame. We'll pour our beans in. So I'm going to serve these meatballs on these beans. We're going to smash them up, add some more spices. You can just add this to rice. That would work just as well. I've tasted this sauce and it's a little more sour and bitter than it is hot, so I'm going to add some more of this berberry to the beans. Maybe another quarter teaspoon. And then what I have also is another kind of an interesting spice. It's called sumac, ground sumac. I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of that in there. We'll add some salt, a little bit of fresh pepper. Now what we're gonna kind of slow do here is just kind of start smashing these beans. All right, so we'll dish some of this up. I'm gonna have mine on the beans. I think Catherine would rather have rice, so we're gonna give her some rice. Okay, so we'll just and we'll start with like 4 meatballs. I'm going to put extra sauce on mine. And we'll top each one with just a little bit of fresh cilantro. Make it look nice. There we have it. On the beans and then on the rice. All right, let's try this. Oops, let's try this. I tell you, I really love this. If you are one that really don't care for like a sweet and sour meatballs and things like that, you may not like this. You could, because of this Terramin's paste is
very tart.
so if you'd rather have the heat, you could replace that with like a harissa paste, something that's just going to give you a lot of heat. But yeah, this is really different. I really like this. And it's really good mixed in with the beans too. And then that African spice gives it just enough little heat. Yeah, very good. I really enjoy this. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Foodie right over there. Thank you for watching.